Tito Philip.
Good
It's good
evening,
to see
Mike.
you. I see you have a very lovely and beautiful home. So it's always a pleasure to
Thank you for
see you.
having me tonight.
So anyway, I just wanted to catch up with you, and also I wanted to hear your story, your humble roots in the fashion industry. Of course, you've been around many years
Yeah, that's
sa
right.
Cebu. First of all, what led you to that journey? What your
Actually,
humble roots? How did you start out?
my mom was already into fashion. She, as a hobby, she was doing her clothes, or among her friends, she would do their clothes. So years later, we would open a fabric store. And then as we grew, we came up with a tailoring shop at first. And then after college, I was supposed to live for abroad. But then my mom said, Oy, uh, you have a duty here with the family, like an any Chinese family. So we have to help. And we were expanding. We were building. We already had that building. So, okay, so I'll try my best. So I managed the store and eventually became, you know, maybe because fashion was my passion. So I became a designer. People liked what I suggested to them, and the rest is history.
This is the same
The same
office.
store the same shop that you went to, it's been there for 51 years.
So Pier Angelino
Yeah,
Boutique.
boutique.
Who is Pier Angeli? That's
Pierre
your
Angel
mom.
is named after my sister.
Sister.
But she was named after a movie star because she was born in the time when there was this famous movie, Battle of the Bulge. This is really something funny because she was one of the stars in that all-star cast movie. And she was also the famous girlfriend of James Dean. The
James Dean.
icon, the teenage icon of the 1950s. So I wasn't a designer then. So parang the obvious thing was to name after her as a youngest daughter. So and then I wasn't planning to be in fashion because I was supposed to leave for Europe to work there for a while. But then travel then was difficult because there was a travel restriction during martial law. So to get the travel papers, it would take a while. Although I had the uh, the the what's this, the scholarship that I was leaning to, but then again, there was so much work to do to travel abroad
So this was in the
in
70s.
the
So
70s.
martial law years, medyo
That's
tight. So you
yeah.
were led to
So
fashion,
fashion,
na
that's right.
redirect. Okay.
Correct.
So did you always know early on that that was really your calling?
Not really. I was just exposed, maybe because my aunts were into boutique business. There were no restaurants then, but they would have boutiques in the uptown area, and they would sell all these mga fine leather goods or things for the house. So maybe that was part of my exposure. But then again, my mom was also doing dresses, so I was into that world. So and I thought I'd be an architect. But the funny story is I failed in geometry. So no matter how I asked Father Nunez to take consideration, so parang hagbong lagi hapon. So maybe architecture is not for me. So I wasn't so good either in mechanical drawing. I don't know if at that time did you had mechanical drawings in Sacred Heart?
We had some classes, but it wasn't
It
really
wasn't really that serious, no?
a focus. No.
Yeah. Well, we had that very seriously at that time.